Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the very first episode of Destroy It Tuesdays here at Northern Charge Innovations channel on YouTube. Today, like I've been advertising, we are going to be destroying this 1991 alarm clock. Soft light, made by Johnson & Johnson. The very first thing I like to do whenever I buy things from thrift stores or the market is check to make sure that it works. I mean, it's always tested, but let's see. Let's see if we can get it plugged. There we go. You see that? She turns on. Oh, I kind of feel bad. Not a whole lot, but I do feel bad because this actually works, so it could be useful for somebody. But I mean, for me, I buy these things because I take them apart and I repurpose everything that comes out of it. We're talking the screws, the plastic, the rubber, everything. That's the name of the game, folks. Let's just move on over to the work table and get this thing started. Oh, sorry about the Einstein hair today. I was making ashes earlier, and well, you just don't want to burn your hat. So the very first thing I like to do when I take these things, bring them here, is take my cutter and cut off the cord. See, it's got copper in here, and I can use that. A lot of people like to salvage these things specifically for that. I cut the ends off. I'm gonna save that for later. I'm gonna keep this all tied up because they did that for me there at the store. But at least that way later on when I'm stripping it, it's all together. Now, see on here that there are 4 screws, and they're pretty far in there. Now, ordinarily, I would use one of these to try to get that out of there, but I cheated her and I already tried and I can't get it in. So I'm going to get my trusty butter knife opener and wedge the crap out of this and see if we can get around inside. Now, I would advise you, if you're doing stuff like this, to, be safe. Be safe and try not to hurt yourself. Always be careful. I'm not so preoccupied with saving any of this stuff, so it doesn't really matter to me if it breaks or not. I don't really care at this point. I'm just trying to get her open. Like the name of the game is, it's Destroy It Tuesdays. So I'm not having any luck here. One sec. I'm gonna end up breaking the knife. We broke the knife. We'll be right back after our brief technical difficulties. All right, we're back. All right, sorry about that. I am still using the busted ass knife, the broke knife, to try to get this plastic to get off. See this? So we got that off. There's a little bit of dirt in here. There's a little bit of plastic and rubber. We're gonna get that adhesive off later on, but I'm gonna put this piece off to the side because again, it can be used. Try not to lose or throw anything away that we can't use, because everything we try to make everything useful around here. This is actually not that easy. I thought it would be a lot easier than it is. Man, that does not want to come undone. That does not want to come undone. I probably could have undone it. Try this again. Well, never mind that. We're going to use our trusty make a hole. Let's try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. That's just making a mess. We're still working at it. Still working at it. But now, I'm going to try to wedge this down in here and try to get that housing open. It's not that easy. It never is. But So always be careful. And always protect yourself. Do not do what I am doing. You'll probably end up hurting yourself. Gee willikers, this is tough. I thought this would be a lot easier. I really did. I thought it was going to be a lot easier. Should be just smash it on in there. Hold on a second. Ha ha ha! We got a wedge. Oh, there we go. Not always the best practice. Not always the best practice. But the name of the game is Destroy It Tuesdays, right? So, I ended up breaking off this piece. You see that there is a brass screw in there. We're going to keep that because brass is valuable, just like copper. Most people only care about copper, but they are seriously losing out. Oh, look at that. Break that off there. I'm going to cut these wires because this was battery housing. Audio video equipment MJ 166889. That was more than likely the serial number on this. I had some glue on there. But this kind of plastic, when it's all cleaned up, this kind of plastic I can take and I can shred it and I can use it for, you know, recycled plastic sheets or my special project. We'll get to that a little bit later. But like, I know it's broken and it's smashed, but when I take it and repurpose it, it'll be even smaller. And I mean, everything has its place. Everything. I don't waste anything here. Alright, let's see what else we can get out of this bad boy now. What's this? See, another little piece of plastic, so we're going to pull that over there. This is the battery connector. Will be on this thing here. I could take the wire, the little piece of wire out, and a little piece of metal, and like a little plastic bit, the rubberized plastic, that can go to the recycling. It doesn't need to go to the landfill. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff does end up in the landfill, but doesn't need to. And, little known fact, probably gonna get in trouble for this, but a lot of the times when we recycle things, we think that it goes to recycling plants. But depending on the municipality, it's a good chance that it just ends up in the landfill because it's easier and cheaper. And as long as we don't complain, nothing will change. I like destroying stuff. It's fun. It really is. We're gonna use the make it as Derek from Vice Grip Garage would say, the make it happener. In this case, this is my make it happen. As in, let's break it and find out what happens, happener. This is not going to be as easy or as informative as I thought it was going to be. Mostly because I'm having such a hard time. Oh, look at that. Cool. A little bit of pulling and elbow grease gets everything taken care of. See this? This little round bit. I could use this for one of my green tech designs. Actually make a perfect cap, to be honest. Use a little filler, seal it in, but I mean, so I guess all in how you look at things. And when you see stuff what you plan on doing with it. Yeah, other people could fix this stuff, but I'm not in the game of fixing. I am in the game of reclaiming and finding better use for it. Look at all the goodies that are on here, fellas, ladies, and germs. You see this in here? There's going to be some copper. There's probably some gold. There's probably brass. And some of these things, like this, can be properly salvaged. It can be repurposed. Doesn't need to be thrown away. Right? As long as you don't totally destroy the things when you're taking them off the boards, you know? A lot of the stuff can be reused. Doesn't need to end up in a landfill. It doesn't need to be replaced. A lot of this stuff has got a lifetime that far exceeds the product that you buy. Inductors, capacitors, a lot of them can last 10, 20, 30 years. It just all depends on the material that's used to make it. The environment it's in. Temperature hurts, pressure hurts, moisture. I mean, it is what it is. There you guys have a look-see in there. There is a speaker. I am going to do my best to not destroy that, because that speaker could be used in a transducer. I say that now, but with my let's make it happen, I don't know if I'll be lucky. I don't know if I'll actually be able to save it or not. I mean, gee willikers. And I try to save the displays too, because they're worth money if you can save it from being destroyed. Yeah, I'm not so lucky. Sometimes I do have other alarm clocks that I did take apart that were vastly easier than this. I mean, vastly easier than this one. Kind of in there. Hold on one second. It's too bad you guys can't see that. Wrecking Tuesdays. That was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Alright. This, again, jagged piece. There's some writing on it. The writing doesn't really matter because it all gets chopped up, shredded, and reused. There are some plastics that you have to be careful for, because some plastics, when you're melting them, can put off an dangerous odor or smoke, vapors. So always make sure that you're in a well-ventilated area and you are wearing safety protective equipment. I am an idiot, and I'm not. Don't do what I do. Find a professional. Just watch me because it's fun. I might get hurt. I'm kidding. But I cut as much of the cords off of all the pieces of plastic and everything that I can. And then I do clean it all up later. I'm not too interested in saving. I'm harvesting plastic because I need it. Look at that. There's screws and screws and screws and screws in this thing. I love it when they do that. I don't need that. I'll put that sticker over there and keep that. Alright, you see that? There are screws in there too, so we're going to try to take those out. My trusty little removing device. Okay. Some of this stuff has been in here for a long time and doesn't want to move, right? I think the older it is, the more set these things are. See that? Yeah. This ends up in the landfill, and this is worth money. Silly people. Silly. Really. I mean, it's worth money to me. I don't care if it's not worth money to you. It should be worth money to you. We should all be in the mindset for repurposing this sort of thing, because all of this stuff still has value. It still has use. It doesn't need, like I keep saying, it doesn't need to be in a landfill. It doesn't. It doesn't. Give me a reason. Give me a reason why it all needs to go to the landfill. Put that in the comments. Okay? Ask your friends and your neighbors why everything that they have they gotta throw away to get new. You can't just repurpose it. Well, maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't. I'm learning as I go. I don't know. I just woke up one day and said, you know, I'd rather make the world a better place than the one I grew up in. Not that it's a bad place, but I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm sure some of you do. Wouldn't it be nice to give them something better than what we had? Right? Gotta pay it forward. Huh? So that's honestly why I started Northern Charge Innovations. It was not enough is being done for sustainability, for eco-friendly products. I mean, companies still put carcinogenic chemicals in all of their products. We've been talking about taking it out of the market for a very long time, most of my life, and I'm 40. So for 40 years, I've been listening to people say, yeah, we're going to take care of it, we're going to take care of it, we're going to take care of it. But they still put it out there and make money. So I guess they really only care about money. And I mean, money's great, but you can't spend it when you're dead. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Back to Destroy It Tuesdays. So we're going to take this piece of plastic and we're going to put it over here with the rest of the plastic that I have been accumulating for my special project. And it keeps teasing that because I'm not going to tell you what that special project is until I have something to show you. I don't have anything to show you yet. Other than the mystery cube that I teased on Instagram and X and TikTok and LinkedIn. To answer the question, the cube that I said, the little bad boy I said was going to change the world, that's an inductor. It's an inductor. Woo! It's going to change the world because it's intended to foster a new way of thinking. Everything that I build is sourced from things like this. Everything. I believe in a circular economy. So, what we put in, we got to take out. It's got to be balanced. It's got to be balanced. You can't constantly dig into the ground and rip all of our resources out of it and just keep piling crap in landfills. We can't keep inventing the same stupid machines to grab the crap that's floating in our rivers. I saw a spinning disc. There's a contraption. It's a great way to catch debris, but there shouldn't be any debris in the water in the first place. Do you agree? I don't know. Oh, look at that. apart. Yeah. I like that. All right, see, this is faceplate. Faceplate is all plastic. All useful. It's got some writing on it. It doesn't matter. This can all be chopped up, shredded, and you see this clear plastic. Oops, that broke. Well, that's done. I could use that too for the secret project. Special project. It's not a secret project. It's a special project. It's only special because it's proof of concept day for this particular thing. And I'm going to make a video about that a little bit later on. But I am not an electrician. Clearly. Otherwise I'd be peppering all this with, you know, more useful information than just me rambling. But what is this? This piece of string? Oh, string on here. But I'm learning as I go, and I have a lot of passion for this. This little piece of plastic, I'm going to keep this too. I'm going to use it. Every little piece, even these little tiny wires, like, they don't need to be thrown away. There are recycling places that will actually take all of the old wires. You imagine that? Sure, you might have to drive your car or get on a bus or something like that, bring it to a place, and maybe you're going to need a little bit more than just a small little handful. But I mean, who doesn't have all kinds of crap just kicking around in their garage? It's been sitting there forever. Until that day that your daughter or your son or your wife, your husband, whoever, gets upset and throws it away. Right? That's money you're throwing waste. You're throwing away. I don't understand that. Alright. Speaker came out. It's older. Slightly damaged. Not from me, but you know, it is still useful. So this will go off to the side, and it will be either offered for sale at a marketplace, or it will be incorporated into one of the products that we are designing here at Northern Charge Innovations, or if I can't find a for-profit way to get rid of it, then I will, like everything else, chop it down, melt it, and reuse it in a different way. Because, like Jeff Goldblum says in Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Huh? Life finds a way. Alright. Through here. So we gotta finish cleaning this up here. We're gonna take the cord out of here. Oh, look at that. She's attached. It's dusty in this little thing too. I should be wearing a mask or gloves or something. Seem to cut myself here. Oh well. No harm, no foul, people. Okay. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If not, sorry. I mean, I'm enjoying it. This is more fun than I've had tearing something apart in a little while. I'm surprised, honestly, that it required the attitude adjuster to open it. I think it's hilarious that my initial make it happening way inner bent. I mean, it's just a butter knife, but I don't know. It's never happened before. We'll break these little thingies off because it's easier to get at the bolt when it's not on there. Cut that off there too, just to see. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, put that over there. Oh, I know why. That's because it has a fucking... I mean, that's because it has a screw on there. Apologize if any of my inadvertent slip-ups. I'm trying to keep it PG. Trying to keep my sailor mouth out of it, because, you know, not everybody wants to hear that sort of thing. Not everybody does. I get it. I get it. My mom always said you should treat people with respect. And there's a time and a place. Swearing like a sailor on a public channel and trying to I'm trying to establish an audience, you know. Anyway, shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have a potty mouth. A little culture. No offense to anybody that uses it. Just, you know, we gotta grow, we gotta evolve, man. Can't always be the same people. Step up your game, find a better way of expressing yourself. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. I mentioned him already once. I like his show. And if you like, you know, watching people tinker with things and, you know, not just destroy them like I'm doing, then I encourage you to go check out Vice Grip Garage, because Derek is, you know, the way that he handles things, his mannerisms and the way he talks, is really, really inspiring. Really. It inspired me to start thinking about different ways to express myself too. So instead of using this F word, I think you're gonna hear me use, I'm going to try to use thunder and pineapples more often than not. Maybe we can make that a thing. There's something to it. I feel like if you say something silly like that, then it totally... That is not coming off there. When you say silly things, you know, it takes the sting out of it. The sting out of it. Alright, in a second. Why is that not coming out of there? One, I'm not using the right materials. I never am. Whatever. Whatever. There's little screws in here. We're going to use the screwdriver. Get that out of there again. If we can, these things don't like to come out. Like I said earlier, I guess it all depends on how long these things have been sitting for. Sometimes they are sitting for an awfully long time before somebody like me comes along and decides to destroy them. Alright, that's coming. It's coming, but not that much. I appreciate that you are watching this. If you're still watching it, I really do appreciate it. You know, we all gotta, you know, make something in life. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm sure that next week's video will probably be funnier or better. I don't know. Next week we are taking apart a toaster. Show you all there's reasons. Everything that we take apart has got uses, and some of it works, some of it doesn't. A lot of it I source from thrift stores. Some of it is donations from family and friends. Some of it is stuff I found on the side of the road, you know. Garbage. Not garbage. I don't go digging for anything. Come on. You know what I mean. Let's be realistic here. It's mostly all thrift store stuff that I buy in bulk. Just because, look at that. Look at that. Wow, it's dirty. Is there a button on there? Oh, there is too. Gotta take the button off. Yep. Before I go any further, we're going to take that off. We're going to cut that off. See, the button is going to have to come off this piece before I could use it the way that I want to. But this piece of plastic can be destroyed, shredded, used as is. This is going to require getting that connector out of there. Those connectors are in there though. So we're going to cut this piece off. There we go. Cut that off. There we go, so you can access that better. It's just little pieces of metal can be used too. Everything can be used. Everything. Never forget that. But before you go and destroy your mom's or your dad's stuff, because it's all they're sitting in the garage, make sure you have permission to do that first. I don't want you to get in trouble because you saw somebody do something stupid on YouTube. So be careful and ask permission and stay in your lane. No, just make sure you're not getting yourself into trouble and you're safe. Those are the important things. There's a screw on here. Another one of those valuable ones. This one looks like a brass or a little known fact. I gotta check again. You should always check, but I'm pretty sure that this is worth more than copper. You know, all those people that are destroying the lights and whatnots because there's copper in it. People that are ripping it right out of your car. Brass is worth more. Shouldn't say that. I mean, it is brass. It was last time I checked. Yes, wires. A little piece of brass. It's nice that they wired that all up there. So take that off there. You see? I use this. I can. We'll put that over there. Now, look at all the cool stuff on here. See this. This big piece of metal right here. Transformer. That's where all the money is at. That's where. But they can store a charge, an electrical charge. So if you're going to disassemble anything, make sure that it is disconnected. It has been for a little while. Give a chance for the charge to leave the system so that you don't get zapped and have Einstein hair. For real. I knew a guy once. Actually, I've known several people over my life that have two-toned eyebrows because he got electrocuted more than once. More than once. Crazy. Never understood that. This piece here, that can be reused. That can be reused, recycled, and it can be repurposed. This board, when it's all cleaned, doesn't need to go in the landfill. It can be reused. If any of this rambling nonsense is, resonating with any of you, hit the subscribe and let's connect. Because that's why I'm doing this. That is why I'm doing this. Find people that have the same crazy desire to destroy stuff on Tuesdays. I really like that they put these screws in here. Yeah, I don't like having to take the screws out because, damn, they're in here pretty good sometimes. But money, baby. Money, money, money. See this piece, that piece, this one right here. They got a little bit of damage to the top, a little bit of corrosion, so that might not be that good anymore. But that doesn't mean that the materials used can't be reused. It doesn't have to go in a landfill. It doesn't. It ends up there a lot. It doesn't need to go. Oops. All right. No shrapnel today. That's a good thing. No flying bits anywhere. All right. We have successfully destroyed this. It will never work again. And you know, I guess I should have at least turned on the radio at least once. We'll do that next time. We'll do that with the next one. Because there will be another alarm clock. There always is. Won't be next week, though. Next week is definitely going to be the toaster. Maybe I'll wear a hat next week. I kind of like my Einstein here, though. Makes me feel like a mad scientist. And, you know, when you are repurposing things, recycling things, and building things from scratch, you are a mad scientist. So, let's see what we have now, people. Move our stuff over here. Let's put that down. Move our devices here. Okay, so let us do this now. It has been completely destroyed and disassembled, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that you have watched this far. We're going to give you the little montage. And we'll hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed. And wonder what Matthew McConaughey is doing today. Yeah. All right. Here's that montage. This is what we have accomplished today. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next week. Bye.